Okay, DIY crew, I'm going to try to do my first DIY video. I know how to do math videos, but I've never done a DIY one, so let me see what we can do here. Anyway, in your packet you got a couple of envelopes with a card paper clipped on here. Now you can do this a couple of different ways. I'm going to show you a couple ideas and then you run with it. You do whatever you want. So let me show you one that I did already. And this is, I would suggest that you draw this ahead of time, but I drew a little monogram of C for carpenter, and then I attached this on my envelope with the paper clip so it would hold it still. Now you have this little piece of paper in your packet. It's just 1/4 of a sheet of regular printer copy paper. It's nothing fancy or anything. And so if you mess it up, just cut you another piece of paper that same size and use it. But I just fiddled around with the C. I traced it. You can kind of see my pencil. And then you will need a box lid. You know how I love my box lids. And you'll need to get a box lid and use the back side so that you have a space underneath it. Now what I did with this one, and I did with one other one I'll show you in a minute, is I punched the C out with the pen. And if you notice, I put the dots pretty close together, maybe 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch, pretty close, not right on top of each other, but enough space that you can see what I did. Now you can also, while you're doing that, this is another idea, if you want to use the card as just a card and give it to someone, you can do that. But what you can do with the envelope, if you like, let me show you, is you have it underneath and you can punch the whatever you have done, the letter, the picture, whatever, out of it also. And what's kind of cool with this is you could take something like, I got these scented sachets I got these at Cracker Barrel of all places, but something like potpourri or sachet that has a smell to it, and you could take that and you put some of that in this envelope, seal it, and then people can put this in a drawer to make their clothes smell nice. So it's another way that you could use the envelope, just not as an envelope if you want to. Now I cannot find exactly the square picture I wanted, and so I traced this butterfly from a picture I had, and so I was just going to show you kind of the technique of what you want to do. Now my picture wasn't exactly square with the card, so I moved it so it was square. And so I just want to start one side or the other with my pen, and I want to poke holes. And the reason you have this board underneath here, this cardboard tray, is so that you don't make a scratch on your table, you don't poke yourself, you know, none of those kind of things. You want to be very careful with this. And you want to just go along and follow your design, whatever it is. Like I said, it could be anything. And you just want to make your holes between 1/8 and 1/4 inch apart, depending on the detail of your picture. So you can see kind of how I started this one. I also thought if you found a shape that you liked, I found this one, I guess from my school stuff. You could even just take a shape, could be a cookie cutter or something like that, and you could use that for your pattern, and then you could just start punching your holes right next to the shape, and when you get done you're going to have that shape as well. So you would just go and follow the apple all the way around. Now one other kind of idea that you could do with this if you wanted to, I did a cross also. I had a cross cut out from school, and so I did the envelope. Can you see the envelope? I hope you can. And I did the card with the cross, and then I took and I just threaded a needle with some plain thread, and it could be any color, and I just sewed one, not a double string, but just one strand of the thread through the design. I just wanted to give you an idea of what it would look like to start with. And you could go all the way around here. You could come back and sew the in-between if you wanted it solidly done. You could use a more contrasting color, you know, something bright. Maybe this would have looked good with navy blue or something like that. But that's just another option that you could do. So I just want to give you an idea of what to do with the little packet I gave you, and good luck with that, and send me a picture. You can submit it on RenWeb if you want to.